Is capable of it's capable of getting into the surface of Mars. And we should try it as soon as we can and creating a self-sustaining city. The window of opportunity may be open for a long time, and I hope it is, but it may also be open for a short time. This is the first point in the 4.5 billion year history of Earth that has been that same not for enemies. Four and a half billion years. It's been a while. This is the first time it's been possible. We need to seize the opportunity and do it as quickly as possible. I mean, to be frank, civilization is feeling a little fragile these days. And like I said, I'm an optimist, but I think we got to protect the downside here and try to build that city on Mars as soon as possible and secure the future of life. And it's going to be an incredibly exciting adventure. The sales pitch for going to Mars is that cramped, dangerous, difficult, very hard work. That's Mars is far, docking in orbit, and Dragon docking with the space station. This is a technology that that SpaceX has become quite good at. We've done, I think at this point, a couple dozen dockings with the space station, and it's actually way harder to dock with the space station than to dock with yourself. So this is, it is a thing we need to solve for Starship, but I'm confident that we can do this because we've done a lot of orbital docking already with the Dragon.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am so glad to have you on this special set today. We are in a top series that you will discover once again. I encourage you to connect and follow this video until the end. Our team has done a long-term job as usual, and we would like you to leave us a comment or a thumbs up so that you don't miss any more of our discoveries and our work. What is Mamlakat Broadcast Network? Mamlakat Broadcast Network is a professional broadcasting channel that revolves around the goal of preaching the kingdom of God and establishing it on earth. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook, where we stream most of our content with equally prestigious guests. You can find us on Podbean from our website by going to your search bar and entering mamlakatbroadcastnetwork.com. We don't say it every day, but by making a donation to us, you are actively participating in the ministry of spreading the gospel of the kingdom as recommended by King Jesus Christ. For your information, in the constitutional section of Matthew, paragraph 14, it is Thus, make a donation to our initiative and to all those of all the active princes of the earth. You will be amply rewarded by the King of the universe. I was working on 2 videos in the previous days, both on very delicate subjects. The first video was about the black box of the world, and the second one was about space conquest. I can tell you that I was very embarrassed because the 2 videos deserve that you know them. Well, I asked the Holy Spirit for a sign. What to do? Give me a sign. And while I was working, the news announced the launch of Artemis 1. one of three Artemis rockets that NASA planned to launch to the moon for humanity to return to the moon from its last time with the Apollo 17 mission in December 1972. When I inquired, I discovered like the whole Earth that Artemis 1 is the first mission of the Artemis program of the American Civil Space Agency NASA. The objective of the program is to return to the lunar surface and eventually maintain a more or less continuous human presence there. NASA offered to connect on YouTube to watch the launch live on August 30th. Then it was pushed back to September 2, 2022, then cancelled again and postponed to a later date. I watched each of these events to understand what was going through their minds. I wanted to understand why so much relentless and then BIM. I will read this sentence of their goal. They want to maintain a continuous presence on the moon, and it brought me back to Elon Musk's dream. He wants to maintain a growing human colony on the moon. And I was very touched because I thought to myself, here are people who are putting money into quests like this when millions and millions of people on the earth just can't eat. The world is still in the complications of the COVID-19, which does not stop, and the war between Ukraine and Russia, etc. But what is the project? This project, and so I decided to expose you an incredible wickedness of which neither nor NSA understand the impact of future generations. In the hidden economic interests of this quest. And thirdly, I will show you the connection between the devil and this quest. Remember that Dr. Miles Monroe said that to lie, it starts with the truth. So the whole thing is to dismantle this lie and dismantle the truth from the false. Because the news distraction, so that we do not see reality with our eyes and not shrink from the wrong way of living to seek salvation. So I invite you to pay attention to everything I'm going to say in this video because it's going to hurt. But I leave you with this little illustrative video. The link between the last planetary crisis and this space, and if I told you that there is a link between the coronavirus, monkeypox, and colonization on the planet Mars, you will not immediately believe me, and I will understand you. Let me quickly tell you that each previous crisis, whatever the nature, that it was economic, sanitary, about food, or population, they are all linked to the space. According to an Oxfam report on Monday, the fortunes of the world's 10 richest men have doubled since the start of the pandemic, while the incomes of 99% of humanity have shrunk. During that time, you have a report entitled Inequality Scale, where the NGO for the fight against poverty denounces that the increase in economic, gender, and racial inequalities and inequalities between countries are destroying our world. I say yes, but as you can see, some ones are eating the big piece of the cake when there are just 10 in front of more than 8 billions of people. The cumulative fortune of all billionaires has experienced since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic its largest increase ever by $5 trillion to reach its highest level at $13.8 trillion. According to Forbes magazine, the 10 richest people in the world include Elon Musk, Tesla boss, Jeff Bezos to Amazon, Bernard Arnold of LVMH, Bill Gates of Microsoft, Mark Zuckerberg of Meta of Facebook, Warren Buffett of Berkshire Hathaway, Larry Ellison of Oracle. We can say that billionaires had a tremendous pandemic because central banks pumped trillions of dollars into financial markets to save the economy, many of which ended up in the pockets of billionaires. Into financial markets to save the economy, many of which ended up in the pockets of billionaires. But apart from that, who is the direct proof? Who finances the space conquest? These are the states, and in order not to collapse, they finance the digital economy. So, no more money in your pocket. Everyone then finances their crazy project, like Elon Musk. The USA wants to dominate the earth and be the first to settle permanently on the other stars. So, can we speak of a human quest? Or maybe an American, a Chinese, an European, an Arabian, or Russian quest? It was the same thing during the two big world wars. With all these men, all these bank men, really interested just by money. Since the 20th century, the conquest of space has grown more and more and has an important place among the great powers. During the Cold War, the conquest of space was already an important issue. The United States and USSR engaged in a merciless duel to go to the moon. Decades later, a new space race to conquer Mars is born. Among the participants you find the United States, China, which took the place of the Soviet regime, the United Arab Emirates. What are the hidden economic interests of this quest? On Thursday, February 18, 2021, after 480 million kilometers, the Perseverance rover landed on Mars to carry out its mission. To answer the question that everyone is asking, is there life elsewhere than on Earth? In fact, this question is a question related to God. But if there is physical life elsewhere, are we equal? Are they our creators? What do they know of the beginning of the world according to them? Are they inferior to us? Are we supreme? Who are we? The human flees the simple answer of existence and the action of God Elohim for him. Space has long been a source of mystery and questioning for humanity, and I tell you that will still be the case despite the reaching of the end of the universe. But there is also a big economic challenge that nations want to achieve to dominate, even more by force and money. Have money and have more money, even more and more. We were talking about national value chains in the order of thousands, then millions, and now billions. And then individuals alone can have billions and reign over the earth by their ideas. So nations want order, playgrounds, and when simple humans like Elon Musk imagine the order of value of his fortune when he starts with Jeff Bezos on the moon and on Mars. In 2017, Pierre Brisson, president of the Mars Society Switzerland, member of the steering committee of the Association Planet Mars of France, economist by training, University of Virginia, former corporate banker by profession, planetologist since always, was in the process of explaining two things you need to understand about the planet Mars. Apart from water and atmosphere, Mars has the same raw materials as Earth. We will therefore find the same materials from the Industrial Revolution on Mars that are used to make most of our technologies today, except coal and oil and limestone. But that is okay because they've got it covered. So since there are already these rich people who give money in the big organizations of malaria, monkeypox, coronavirus, HIV, and that pharmaceutical industries also give them returns on investments. So they have permanently money to realize their ideas and lead the whole world in them. And who gets richer? The richest and the states that plunge those who are ignorant into debt. Let's watch this video together, which is the introduction of the most important point of this video. What is the connection between the devil and this quest? Elon Musk's Dragon capsule has become the sequence device currently able to reach the station. It does the same as the Russian Soyuz, which has transported all visitors since 2011, after the American shuttles stopped it. In this world, the world is what builds things. It is what makes actions. It is what builds the world. So I ask you, why Musk wanted to call his launch capsule Dragon? He could say dove, maybe, or eagle, but no, he says dragon. I was going to forget a detail. The planet Mars will be terraformed by Elon Musk. The terraforming of a planet, natural satellite, or other celestial body is the process of transforming the natural environment of this celestial body in order to make it habitable by the man by bringing together the conditions necessary for earthly life. They want it to go from formless and empty to habitable for humans. And it is therefore from there that the colonization, all its progress meaning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and all you know from the Royal Constitution explanation of the terraforming process. world's first terraformer. And I'm not surprised that terraforming crossed the minds of Elon Musk and NASA scientists. In fact, the only proof that we are indeed in the image of God. Did you know that humans already have the ability to create the sun in the laboratory? It is amazing, isn't it? I tell you what's wrong with all of this. In fact, the great project of the colonization of our solar system is a satanic project because it is not based on a quest for conquest for the cause of the kingdom of heaven. Let us come back to the famous question of knowing who are we. We are Adam and Eve, created to colonize the earth and multiply on the surface of the earth in order to spread the favorable and royal atmosphere of Eden throughout the earth. It is a physical project that belongs to God and that He wants to see happen. We fell into the bosom of Adam and Eve at the same time as them, and this prevented us from pursuing this quest according to our goal of fabrication. You know, the devil and his followers are the ones who inspire us to always go further without really answering this question. Basically, where do Elon Musk and others want to go? They want to go to the practical answer of our origin. They just want to transcend this sky and see through it and unravel all the mysteries of the cosmos to find out what lies hidden deep in the silent darkness of the universe. I know that God has placed every planet and everything near or far from us so that we subjugate it, and that in doing so we are always remembering by our discoveries that He is our God. In other words, the dragon created by Elon Musk is the ancient serpent. It is a representation of it. This dragon will give the illusion that we are in control of our life and are able to rule ourselves through space according to our will. This dragon will lead the man on Mars with their problems of culture and current civilization. The man are homosexual here. There will be more so down there. There will be more perverse, more unfaithful, more dangerous, more savage. But I know that even if God Elohim lets them, He will eventually express remnant on the moon and on Mars. And I know that even now there and the end of this world will come. When King Jesus Christ says end of the world, He is not talking about the earth. It speaks of all humans everywhere in the world. Because we are the world, and wherever people have ears, there is the world. Wherever humans go, even in space, they know that someone will be saved by this gospel. And all irreverent humans will be informed that King Jesus Christ has come to restore the kingdom of heaven, and that the end is near. So, devil, let me tell you something. Whatever your turmoil is, I don't know if it's now or 1,000 years from now, but you've already been defeated, and the kingdom of heaven will indeed break you, for we are currently in the age of kingdom. And you who are listening to me, be vigilant. Listen to the message and from the kingdom, and if you are on Mars or in the space station, if you are in the teams of scientists who